What's up, guys? It's MTG Matt for you, and today we're jumping into the ladder with a very juicy deck I've got for you guys. It's Abzan Superfriends. That's actually wrong. It's actually Monstrous Superfriends. But I'll explain in a minute. Just follow me along and really, listen through every step for this deck idea. So, with Kaldheim, we got two new very juicy mythics, being Vorinclex Monstrous Raider, 6 mana, 6/6 with Trample Haste. If you would put one or more counters on a permanent or player, put twice that many of each of those kinds of counters on a permanent or player instead. That's the important part. And then the other part, if an opponent would put one or more counters on a permanent or player, they put half that many of each of those kinds of counters on a permanent or player instead, rounded down. Now, the way Magic rules work concerning Planeswalkers is the following. Planeswalkers in the game are treated as if they had the text stating, this permanent enters the battlefield with X loyalty counters on it, where X is equal to, well, the number of loyalty counters you see on the card. That's how Planeswalkers mechanically work. And this makes it so that if we have a Vorinclex on the board and cast a Planeswalker, then the Planeswalker comes into play with double the amount of loyalty counters on it. Any Planeswalker. Which means that basically any Planeswalker in the game, and certainly in Standard, comes into play with double loyalty counters and can immediately ultimate. The turn you play it, you can immediately ultimate it. Now, this combination is obviously very, very powerful, since Planeswalker emblems or like Planeswalker ultimates are usually game winning. And that's the whole idea of this deck, right? The idea is, well, how can we consistently ensure that we cast Planeswalkers with powerful emblems while Vorinclex is on the board? And the challenge you usually have with that combo is that Vorinclex costs 6 mana, it's a Trample Haster, has no hexproof or anything, so playing Vorinclex and then hoping that the turn comes back to you and Vorinclex still lives is a bad plan and will most of the time simply fail. So you need to find a way to cast Vorinclex and a Planeswalker in the same turn. And if we take Kaya for an example, if you would want to do that on the same turn, you would need 11 mana. Which obviously is very unrealistic and it's not a good game plan. So, what's the alternative, right? And the alternative I've came up with is simply reanimate Vorinclex. This way he comes into play for free, so to say, and then we have the turn Vorinclex comes on board, we have enough mana to cast either Kaya or Liliana for a game-winning emblem. And the way we do that is with two new sagas from Kaldheim, which I thought very fondly of already during the previews. I thought these were amazing, and now I finally get to show to you guys why I think these sagas are very, very good. First off, Ascent of the Worry, 3 mana, uncommon sagas, both of these are uncommon, which is also just a nice upside. First, the low counter is really irrelevant. Choose a creature you control until next turn, all damage that would be done to creatures you control, blah 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 blah. Doesn't concern us. But the third low counter says, return a creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield with a flying counter on. That creature is an Angel Warrior in addition to its other types. Now, before I get into this card, let's read Cardi's Vicious Return, 4 mana saga. You may sacrifice a creature, first low counter when you, its return is 3 damage to any target. Chapter 2, each player discards a card. And then Chapter 3, return a creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield. Put a 1/1 counter on it, it gains haste until your next turn. So, both of these sagas have in common that on their third chapter, they get a creature from your graveyard back to the battlefield. And this makes it so that we can basically pay the cost of getting Vorinclex onto the battlefield up front by, playing one of these sagas. And then 2 turns later, we know we're gonna get a Vorinclex on the battlefield, with our full mana available. So we can either cast Kaya or Liliana with Vorinclex on the board, immediately cast the ultimate for an Emblem, and therefore really, you know, get us the win condition and make it so that we, you know, we get to stay in the game and eventually win the game. That's the whole plan here. So, that's the whole idea, basically. And the way we get there is, first of all, we need to get Vorinclex into graveyard, right? Plus, we need to find our combo pieces. Our combo pieces are basically Saga, plus Vorinclex, plus Planeswalker. Okay? Those are our combo pieces. Now we find them with Cathartic Reunion and Field of Possibility, both of which lets us draw cards at the expense of discarding cards, but we actually want to discard cards because we need a way to get Vorinclex into the bin. So we got Cathartic Reunion and Field of Possibility. We draw a ton of cards with these, so we can relatively consistently find our Ascent of the Vervi, find our Planeswalkers, and find our Vorinclex. Then we got 4 Doomscar and 3 Extinction events to, you know, just protect ourselves until we get there. And finally we got 3 Coma Cosmos Serpent, which is simply an alternative creature to dump into the bin. It's very powerful. And now that I think about it, you can really swap out Coma for any powerful creature that can help you win the game or really just help you stay in the game. You know, when I look at this, maybe even a Dream Trawler is better suited, right? Because you might want to have the lifelink more. Sorry. You might want to have the lifelink more or something. You can really get creative here and swap out the Coma for any other powerful creature you would like to revive. But Vorinclex is the main piece in here. And then, you know, the nicest or the perfect play pattern is something like this. Like turn 1 you just play a land, right? Turn 2 you Cathartic Reunion or Field of Possibility and Vorinclex or a Coma. Or alternatively, turn 2 you foretell a Doomscar. Turn 3 best plays, turn 3 smash the Ascent of the Vervi. Turn 4, either like if you already have put your Vorinclex into the graveyard, on turn 4 you can make it board wipe, right, with Doomscar or Extinction event. Or if you didn't get your Ascent, you might get to play your card that switches return. And then turn 5, if you played Ascent of the Vervi on turn 3, turn 5, your Vorinclex comes on the board, you have Kaya, you play Kaya, you immediately ultimate for the Emblem, and from there on for the rest of the game you have an unlimited supply of legendary spells to cast for free on the beginning of your upkeep. And really that's our Planeswalkers and our legendary creatures here. And the beauty of all of this is, of Kaya's Emblem, is that once the Emblem is active, your opponent really has 0 ways of interacting with all your legendaries coming on the board, because Kaya gets your legendaries from your hand, graveyard, or from exile. So your opponent can't, factually your opponent can't interact at all to, you know, stop this Emblem from getting value. And yeah, that's the idea. Then concerning land base, we are Mardu base because, you know, we care about casting our board wipes, our Ascent, and our card draw. And the rest of the colors don't matter from Vorinclex and Coma because A, we either revive them, so we don't need the mana, or B, we got 4 Worldries, which help us fix the mana later in the game. Apart from that, we got a ton of Scrylands to help us find our combo pieces too. This deck is a ton of fun. I've played like 10-12 games of it so far, and it's actually got a decent win rate of about 66%. So it's actually quite good in that regard. You can climb the ladder with it, and it's a ton of fun. It's really a ton of fun, and it's quite consistent. So hope you guys enjoy the deck. Please don't forget to subscribe. It means a ton to me, and I see you guys next time. Okay, what do we think about Ascent? I don't really like the Ascent. This one is pretty cool though. We don't need the Vicious Return. 1 Ascent is more than enough. Up against the Yorion deck, I would say in general this deck is pretty good against control decks because once we got the Kaya ultimate, we got infinite value. Okay, Coma is good for discarding. I like it. Okay, let's think here for a moment. If we discard now, next turn we want to ascend. Actually, the correct move here is going Doomscar. Because next turn we can go Ascend of the Worthy. On turn 4 we can board wipe. And on turn 5, when the bring the creature back Lord counter triggers, we can in response fill off possibility the Coma, and then it comes to the battlefield. That's better to, you know, prepare for some kind of big board on 4, just so that we don't die. Okay. Let's do it. So we can't board wipe right now because we're missing a white mana. But hopefully we'll get there. Okay, that's really good. Perfect. Found a land. I think I wanna really just double discard here. Oh, Liliana is nice because you know, it's a planeswalker. If we find a Vorinclex, that's cool. But right now, I mean, right now we have a Coma. What we can also do is I'm gonna put a stop here on my upkeep, so we see what we draw. And if we draw a Vorinclex, we can in return discard it. Okay, we didn't get it. That's fine. So we just get the Coma instead. And I wonder what we should do now. By the way, another nice synergy is that with the +1 from Liliana we can also discard our own stuff. I really just want to thrill. So I'm gonna forecast this Doomscar. And we're gonna thrill away the Extinction event. I mean, we have a flying Coma right now on the battlefield. I think we're quite okay so far. Azusa lost by seeking, huh? Oh nice, there's a Vorinclex. It's another Vorinclex. And another white mana. For our Doomscars. Whoops. Well, let's play the Liliana and get rid of the Yorion.
Every death is an opportunity to increase my.
And we'll just swing here. Actually, if I swing like this, I can protect my Liliana because I really would like to keep around in order to discard Vorinclex. Now this is usually not the game plan we're going for with Koma, but as you can see it also works because, I mean, Koma is just super powerful. Okay, there's our Kaya, so if we somehow can get our Vorinclex from the battlefield, from the graveyard to the battlefield, it would be nice. But the way this game looks is that we're probably just going to win, so I just swing here. We're just going for the win here, it's fine. Okay, sure.
Job is wrong, I changed the ghosting feels weird.
Oh boy, good old Koma. Man, I really like the new expansion. I think they really hit the power level this time. So far it seems like there aren't any cards that are super overpowered. It's just a really enjoyable expansion. I think the flavor is completely on point. I love it. And just really cool new stuff to try out, and also, you know, some more janky cards on the sidelines that give you a lot of room for experimentation, like this, like Mystical Reflection, or I still want to make a deck with Reflection of Lidrara. I think Reflection of Lidrara in like Sultai Elves could be really good. Okay, let's just... Okay. Okay, GG. We can keep that, we're going second. We got base, actually have all the combo pieces. And we just need to find more land. Which we do. So we go Essence of the Urvi on 3. Turn 4 we discard our Koma. Yeah, more land is fine. Alpine Meadow. I think Essence of the Warrior has so much potential in so many decks. Even like Esper Control, if you can find a way of, you know, putting Dream Trolls into your graveyard. You put this down on turn 3, turn 4 you board wipe. Turn 5 you get a Dream Troll on the battlefield, what's your opponent going to do, right? You get a Dream Troll out on the battlefield with full mana available for counter spells and so on, it's just really good. Okay, let's plant the World Tree here, and it's gonna pass and put the Koma in the bin. You shouldn't put the coma in if you don't need to right now, because your opponent might have ways to exile something from the graveyard. No! No! Well, we still got the Vicious Return. What do we play here? I think I just want to go for the return, actually. Just repeating the threat, basically. Our opponent knows it's coming, but this gives us more flexibility for the later turns. Oh, I didn't see that. That's my bad. Damn. Well, we can still exile the Yorion, it's fine.
When you can walk through walls, anything looks easy. It's the least you deserve.
It's fine. It's fine. No.
So this is gonna be one of those jobs. You wish you had a fraction of my power. I really don't care about your plans. Well, that was a waste.
Okay, there's an Ascent of the Worthy. That's cool. Plus we get another Cathartic Reunion. So if we draw into like a Vorinclex, that could be really good. Okay, let's try it. And let's try to find a Vorinclex. There is one now, we need a way to discard it actually. Or we can even just play it, but the point would be to discard it, right? So, let's see, I think I've got almost all Lilianas out. Okay, there's a coma. Let's just play the Vorinclex. Opponent has no responses. Because sure, the idea in the ideal world, we get the Vorinclex on the board for free. But sometimes it stays on the board if you're lucky, and then you have the same combo basically. Actually, go and keep the I think I'm not doing anything here. Because I think he might have another extinction event. Okay. I don't think oh no, it's exiling, okay. Man, I should have played the Vorinclex and not be so passive, so to say. Yeah, I was too passive there, definitely. I mean, still a lot of pressure. Oh, come on. Is that all my Vorinclexes, actually? It's 2, okay. Let's just keep the pressure up. Okay. See, you can also win this way, it's just so much pressure. We're up against the rogue deck. Ooh. I don't know if his send is worth it here. Not really.
Time to focus. Got a job to do. It's the least you deserve.
Yes, I like the reunion, because now we can actually go ascend. Now we can actually, you know, dump these into the bin, get them back. Sounds good.
Well, this job was a bust.
I don't want to play Kaya, because next time we're gonna have our Vorinclex, so instead of just
Address me as queen of the
get rid
dead,
of the Luros
please.
here.
Oh, you can scream if it hurts too much.
Vorinclex boy. And our Kaya.
I just want to get in. A helping hand is a potent weapon.
Now, we could still die here
We're doing things
if he has a
my
way of removing the Vorinclex, right? That way it won't do it. I can block this, okay. I think now I want to have the coma to protect myself, right?
And stay gone.
Just get rid of all of this bullshit.
Get out of my way already.
Time to focus.
Let's just exile everything. Let's go.